Libra, hello. Welcome to Coffee, Sage, and Tarot. This is going to be your general reading for March 2025. Alrighty, we're going to be taking a look at what you should be releasing heading into March, what you should be embracing, any challenges, opportunities, the lesson, the overall theme for the month ahead. Okay, please do keep in mind that these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and reverse anything as you see fit. Okay, let's go ahead and check out that Libra energy. Show me Libra for March, please. Show me that Libra energy for the month ahead. Show me Libra, please, for March. Thank you. Okay. Alrighty. You as the essence of you for the month of March, we have the Seven of Cups, okay? I'm seeing this as a lot of different ways to move forward and not really knowing which way to move forward. Okay. The theme for the month ahead is the Nine of Swords. So this feels a little bit uncomfy, to say the least. A little bit of self-doubt here. Just not the easiest of themes for you, Libra, for this month ahead, okay? The challenge, the Knight of Wands, that's interesting. I wonder if this is something coming towards you, like an external energy, or if you are feeling like emboldened by something in order to do something, but you're not sure what. Two of Pentacles as the opportunity here. Yeah, and again, this kind of aligns with, I don't know what to do, but I know I need to do something. Well, what should I do? Right? And so this Two of Pentacles, it's kind of like, well, you're figuring that out almost, yes, in real time, but kind of figuring it out as you go. Okay. The challenge is the Ten of Cups. So I think just moving in a way, you're trying to figure out how to get here, right? And so that's where this confusion is coming from. It does have to do with some sort of emotional component here, what's driving you emotionally, and something could be trying to detract you from that. It feels maybe very difficult to get here, right? We have the 9 and then we have the 10. So it's kind of like, well, the theme is, you're maybe getting close, but you can't quite get to this, right? Kind of sharing that emotional abundance, sharing that, that joy with the people that you know and love, right? The World here as the, this is what you should be releasing. My apologies. So just this kind of idea that it's eluding you, I feel. And the World here, what you should be embracing, an ending, right? So this is an ending, a 10 of Swords, or a 10 of Cups. Any 10s are cycle ends. The World here, it's like, how are we ending something on a larger scale, right? So that's interesting. It'll be interesting to clarify and see, one ending versus another. Seven of Cups, lots of cup energy that you're dealing with this month, Libra. It's interesting. So it feels like your baby in year feels a little bit more. And that's something that is just uncomfortable or not sitting well with you in general, right? Six of Cups as your self-care. Yeah, this feels like being open, being vulnerable is what I'm getting here. Maybe the sense of feeling exposed, but definitely this vulnerability. I see you as the child here, right? Or this kind of lady that's being given something from that child. But I see you as kind of feeling this idea of feeling lesser than or smaller because of whatever is happening emotionally. Okay. Page of Cups here as the lesson. Again, that cup energy. Interesting. I mean, there's definitely a message. I think that's what the Page of Cups is pointing to. I don't want to speak too much on him, just because we will clarify once we get there. But again, just with the Page and with the Knight of Wands, it feels like there is some sort of energy coming your way that might be making this a little bit more challenging. Show me that Seven of Cups for Libra. Come on. Show me that Seven of Cups for Libra, please. Thank you. All right, so for the Seven of Cups, we have the Page of Wands, Strength, King of Pentacles, as well as the Three of Wands in the shadow here. So again, this wand energy coming through, and the Hierophant sitting beneath that Three of Wands here. This feels like you want to get excited about some sort of aspect of your future here, where you see yourself going, where you see yourself headed, maybe like a big picture thinking, like not just a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan, but maybe like a 25-year plan. And it's kind of like I want to start setting things in motion or start setting things in place to get to this ultimate place of good standing and security. And so the energy kind of behind this Seven of Cups is, maybe you've just come to this realization of, ooh, this is what I want to do. My life's purpose is this, or I really want, to have a whole bunch of investment property by the time, I get to a certain age or whatever this is. This is a very, what I see is a very, long-term goal, and it's something you've kind of just come to realize, and it feels very exciting. With that Seven of Cups, like I said, there's a strong emotional component that's on the board here. Whatever this kind of long-term goal is, it does feel, so there's like an emotional connectivity component to this with that Seven of Cups. However, can't deny that there is this idea of a little bit of confusion, or trying to figure out how to navigate, right? We have the starting point, we have the ending point. It's all of the steps in between, right? And so essentially very good energy, Libra, is what I'm seeing for you for the month of March, in terms of at least what you are seeing for yourself. Show me this Nine of Swords, please. Show me this Nine of Swords for Libra. Show me this Nine of Swords, please, the last time. Thank you. All right, so maybe this page is bringing forward some positives. He's bringing another ending here. Maybe we're releasing some sort of ideal ending for something that's a little bit more practical, right? Release this idea of holding on to this strong ideal and kind of, especially with this King of Pentacle element coming through, right? It's this idea of a long-term goal, what you see for yourself, right? A very tangible thing. and success in the material plane, right? And so maybe what we're being asked, and I know I'm kind of jumping all around a little bit here, but maybe instead of like we're being asked to release this 10 of Cups, maybe it's this idea of this ideal or idyllic scene of everything's just going to align like so, and everything's going to be, I'm going to achieve everything. There's not going to be any hurdles, and it's going to be great and seamless and perfect process, right? Life doesn't go that way. And so we can kind of get lost in that kind of idea, right? And again, 7 of Cups energy, lost, confusion, wanting things to be easier than they are, kind of romanticizing the process for good or for bad. This Page of Cups here, at least in this clarifier, seems to be bringing through a more grounded outlook, right? Still success, still completion with that 10 of Pentacles there, but still seeing it from a very practical standpoint, right? Matching, right? So understanding and at least accepting or being open to this idea that yes, there will be hurdles. Yes, there will be hiccups. Are we going to get exactly what we want? No. But we will get some form of it, right? And it's how to find grace and gratitude in attaining that form of it, right? Coming back into the immediate clarifiers for that 9 of Swords, we have the King of Cups, the Sun, and the Star. Illuminating what is hidden. What are you hiding in your star? What are you hiding in this goal here? What hope is hidden? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of optimism here, right? Hope, leaning into emotions, having a good handle on emotions, right? Again, this idea with the King of Cups, he's a charmer, but he also knows there's an element of sacrifice here. He can sacrifice his own emotions for his kingdom, for the betterment of his domain, right? All that to say, there's an element of control with the king, right? And again, in order to have control, I mean, I guess not, but he's in charge, so he has to see the whole picture. Whatever he does with that, or is his own thing. But again, it's kind of reiterating this idea with now these 2 kings showing up, seeing what's in front of you for what it is, and kind of making those hard decisions, right? And not kind of playing into this idea of, well, everything's going to go just so. So, yeah, I mean, with this 9 of Swords, it's definitely there's some sort of pain here, but I am, again, kind of getting this vibe of illuminating what is hidden, shining light on what you don't want to be seen. And either to be seen in you, like imperfections that you would just quickly cover up, or not trying to see the difficult part of the process of whatever it is that you're showing here, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at this Knight of Wands. Show me this Knight of Wands. Show me this Knight of Wands, please, for Libra. Thank you. All right, so for the Knight of Wands, we have the Hermit, the 3 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. They're facing opposite ways. King of Swords, 4 of Swords. And then the 6 of Swords behind it. Okay, so you are showing up a little bit here. And again, there is this idea of a painful component, a difficult component, but also like a pain here that you're familiar with, right? It is showing up in your element. In the shadow here with these 3 swords popping up, it's like we want to release, right? As part of whatever this challenge here that it entails, it's like you're releasing it in your element. You're letting it go. You're moving past this. You're moving beyond this, right? And so there, it feels like almost with whatever this challenge is, there's like a cathartic release of all of this kind of energy or anxiety kind of going through, and your, deep breath, big exhale kind of deal. And coming back to your immediate clarifier, it just feels like, okay, good, centered. Coming back to your immediate clarifiers with the Hermit, 3 of Swords, and that Knight of Pentacles. Again, there is this grounded element here, of grounding your mind, seeing the practical, seeing what needs to be done here. This feels like with that Hermit, some sort of difficult choice needs to be made, or a choice that will hurt you. With this wand coming through, it's really, I'm not getting any clarification on if somebody is hurting you or if you are doing the hurting, by making a practical choice. Either way, that practical, that earth element is involved in this idea of eyes opening, seeing, kind of gaining some clarity here, however painful, right? Ignorance is bliss kind of thing, but it's like, okay, you're moving into this kind of wisdom state, and with that, the truth, there is a little bit of pain, right? And so that's kind of what I'm feeling, that there's this opportunity here, or this challenge here is some sort of fiery energy, and really just seeing the practical beneath it, right? Making the difficult decisions. Show me that 2 of Pentacles for Libra. Show me that 2 of Pentacles. I'm wondering if this energy here, the theme is that you want sunshine and rainbows, and you want, your big happy ending, and the challenge is that it's not coming how you want it to come. And you're expecting kind of no hiccups, and then so when these inconveniences and these hiccups happen, or you get derailed a little bit, that's what's causing you that angst a little bit. Yeah, okay. 2 of Pentacles here we have clarified by Temperance, 9 of Wands, 5 of Cups, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands here, and again 10 of Pentacles, right? So you're getting an ending, and that ending is trying to come through here, but again, it's this idea of a practical end, right? And again, this really is, as we go through it, Libra, it's kind of becoming more clear. It's like, this is what you want and what you're holding, maybe your life to, or you're seeing kind of through this colored lens of everything's going to be perfect and everything's going to be fine and it's going to be great and it's going to go exactly like this. But if it doesn't go like that, then it just becomes this, well, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want it that way kind of deal, right? And so it's kind of bringing back this idea of, well, we're not going to get exactly what we want, because if we didn't, there wouldn't be any lessons, right? And part of the beauty of life is in learning those lessons. But instead, a more practical, a more grounded ending, with more of the peaks and valleys that life kind of has to offer, right? Anyway, back to these immediate clarifiers for the 2 of Pentacles. Like I said, we have Temperance, 9 of Wands, 5 of Cups. Yeah, so it's kind of this balancing component of, kind of being in the practical and balancing these different priorities, balancing life, understanding that life isn't perfect, that there is kind of this, kind of weird and awkward dance that we do where, sometimes we bump into something and sometimes we step on somebody's toes, and that's, we're all just kind of here navigating, trying to figure it out, right? And so it's this opportunity to realize, like, oh, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be messy at times, but that doesn't mean it's not a beautiful process, and that doesn't mean it's not the process that you're supposed to be going through. And I think temperance is really trying to kind of take that point and drive it home, right? Because that Sagittarian energy, it is like that balance, right? And I feel like temperance is showing up here to say, like, you got to take the good with the bad a little bit. You know what I mean? And like, nothing's going to be easy, but there's lessons, fundamental lessons that need to be learned through that hard stuff that you're going through. And so these inconveniences, what you want, and it might feel like you're not getting that, or you're being derailed from that, or you're, maybe for some of you, you're accepting it's not going to come out the way that you want it to. But the opportunity is here, is that you have your goal, you have your, whatever this represents to you here, but you have to take the good with the bad. And in order to get to this point, there's sacrifice, there's, giving of yourself, there's you're losing aspects of you but gaining greater ones, right? You're wounded, you're changing, you're tired, your pieces feel stripped from you, you feel like you're losing things, you feel like you can't get a grip on things. And that's kind of in these moments of, hardship is when, yes, we make mistakes, but we also figure it out, right? And so I think it's like this idea of there's a certain amount of lived experience that you need to kind of do. It's like, do the hard thing and realize that it's not going to be easy. Life is meant to challenge us. And so this kind of easy road is not practical. It's not, this ideal is not realistic, right? And so it's kind of coming to terms with that, at least for this particular goal in mind, right? Show me here on the split, right? This idea, what the truth is, right? Regarding that 10 of Cups. Okay, show me that 10 of Cups. Show me that 10 of Cups for Libra. Show me that 10 of Cups for Libra, please. Show me that 10 of Cups for Libra. All right, so 10 of Cups we have clarified by 3 of Wands, the Chariot, 7 of Cups, and then the 3 of Pentacles in the shadow, along with the 5 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. Sorry, I'm going to go further, and I'll leave it here. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so pretty much in every aspect we have that pentacle energy, that grounded earth element, right? You exist up here. It feels like, Spirit is trying to pull you to the ground, pull you into a practical, realistic mindset. And I just keep seeing that at every kind of opportune moment. And it's like, okay, well, just remember, you got to get grounded. Remember to be grounded, Libra. Remember, okay, we're doing this, but remember, you got to be grounded. And so it just feels like a nice, gentle reminder, and maybe in some instances not so gentle, but this idea, and I feel like you should be carrying that through, or even maybe write a post-it note. Remember to be grounded. Let's think practically about this, right? I feel like that should be your tagline for March. Coming back to here, we go from the 3 to the 5 to the 4 to the 5. There's a stickiness, a stuckness. You're you're just losing something here. You're feeling like you're losing and it's uncomfy. And I get that again, because it's like you want, or it's like you're showing me, things should be easy. This should be an easy route, or you have, not necessarily that it should be easy, but this idea of, the challenges that arise should be the challenges that I envision arising, right? So there's no room in that mindset for anything unexpected, for life to happen, right? For that wheel to turn. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing in this shadow here. There's no allotment for the unexpected to come through. The immediate clarifiers, here we go to the 7, the chariot to the 3 to the chariot to the 7. So again, even this, right? This 3 plus 7, 10, another ending, right? And so this, even with that chariot inserted in the middle here, it becomes this idea of letting go of an idyllic end for a practical one, for one that you drive home and you constantly are propelling yourself forward inch by inch by inch by inch. But it's in a way that you do not fully see or understand in the moment that you're doing it, right? You have this determination, and this chariot energy, this Cancer energy is driven by this goal, right? But you might not always see how movement in a certain way has to do with attaining whatever this is laying out for you, right? So again, it's like showing you an ending, but in a different way than what you want or what you're showing you expect. Okay? It's like you can have the potential can be there. The idea can be there. The intention can be there, but you have to see it through, or be open to the idea that you're going to lose a little bit along the way. But in that, you're going to gain so much more, right? Show me this world energy. Show me this world for Libra, please. Show me the world for Libra. Thank you. Oh, that's so funny. And again, that earth element coming through in every single aspect here. It's so funny. I was just talking about the wheel. The wheel's going to turn. You have to make, or you don't have to, right? But life would be a lot more difficult if you didn't accept that life is life and unexpected things are going to happen, right? You're going to fall or trip or do something really embarrassing, and it's not going to be fun. But it's like you got to pick yourself up, dust it off, and realize, oh, I didn't account for that. But, tripping made me realize, or seeing from that angle made me realize, my other shoelace was a little loose and was going to come undone too, right? Or just something like that, right? You have to account for, or at least understand that life is going to be life. It's not perfect, and it's not a perfect, start to finish end. There's going to be hiccups and peaks and valleys, and things that aren't going to go our way and things that are really going to go our way, right? And so with this world being clarified here by the 6 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the 2 of Swords, it's this idea of coming into acceptance that wheel is going to turn, and understanding that, you're not going to have the full picture or even the full plan, right? You're not going to know that plan, but you can know your goal, right? And that goal might change. It might stay the same. But how you envision that goal completing that goal is not how it's going to happen, because life never happens how we want it to. And so this feels like sliding into the acceptance of that life is not some idyllic dream state, right? And again, this Page of Pentacles here, realizing that and being rooted and grounded in that realization, and being like, oh yeah, I didn't see it like that, right? I didn't see, that and sometimes the wheel can really help us fast forward a couple of steps, or you know what I mean? It's just really this idea that you kind of have to see past your vision. Not everything is planned. Let's see the Six of Cups here. Show me the Six of Cups for Libra. Show me the Six of Cups for Libra, please. Thank you. All right, so the lesson. Again, another pentacle here, like just crazy. Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity in the real world, in the material realm, right? So keep your eyes peeled for that. And even just the idea of recognizing what's around you, becoming more aware of your surroundings, right? That's what this opportunity feels like. What's that game? I Spy, right? And when you're playing that game, you become more aware of your surroundings, right? So just this opportunity to see your reality for its reality. Immediate clarifiers here, we have the Empress, the Fool, and the Eight of Swords. So again, it's this idea of, this vulnerability here. And kind of in a sense, you are... we are all kind of vulnerable, and that the universe gives us what the universe gives us. And on one, level of that, we have to accept it, right? And so there is a vulnerability here, and it's this idea of how do you remain open and to all of the universe's gifts, from still a loving and accepting standpoint, right? How do you remain hopeful? How do you remain you? How do you remain positive, right? And that's kind of what I'm seeing here with the Empress, the Fool, and the Eight of Swords. It's like, well, how do you remain optimistic? And again, with this Eight of Swords popping up, it's this idea that you're kind of not seeing the beauty of Ace of Pentacles, your surroundings here, and not seeing the beauty in kind of the imperfect, right? Because that's life, right? Life is imperfect. And so it's like a change of perspective here would do perhaps quite good for you, in the sense of turning that negative into a positive. And, again, with that I Spy, it's like, I spy my favorite cup. I spy, the blanket that makes me feel warm and cozy. I spy, my cat that makes me smile every time I get home. I spy my beautiful partner that, makes my favorite meal even when I'm being grumpy. These kinds of things where it's like, we could take these things for granted, but if we change our perspective, we can see the beauty in them, right? Lesson here. That what do we have? How funny is this? Just in your shadow here for this lesson, we have the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. So again, it's this idea that, behind an ideal, real life is waiting. Behind an idyllic scene, real life and hard work is really the key component at play, right? So with this Page of Cups here, we have that Seven of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. So again, kind of this page feels like he's offering you a sip of reality, in that sense, right? And, this kind of knowing and understanding that this, new perspective here, this more kind of grounded perspective, is kind of where the happiness lies, right? In the hiccups and the hurdles and the perfectly imperfect trips that we go through in a day, right? In a lifetime. And just the idea of like, to sum it up in one word, Libra, or to in one sentence, it's like, life wasn't meant to be perfect. And so we can have our ideal, but you need to make space and allow room for reality, right? Oh, that one knew it wanted to come out. Embrace sensitivity, 21. Appreciating beauty requires sensitivity, a vulnerable feeling. Yet the world needs more sensitivity, not less. Embrace it. Do not deny your emotional needs. Sensitivity is commonly looked down upon in cultures and personal belief systems that see typically masculine traits as superior. Such views tend to place competition, materialism, and utilitarianism above social and emotional needs, including the simple desires of being in sensually pleasing surroundings, being cared for, and being treated with gentleness. All of us have a soft side, and it is the stronger person who accepts this part of themselves without hiding it. Denying our sensitivity may temporarily protect us against cruelty and ugliness, helping others to soldier on in difficult environments. However, if we disconnect our emotional needs for too long, we may start to inadvertently perpetuate the same cruelty and ugliness that once hurt us, because we are no longer in touch with ourselves. Self-love encompasses embracing our sensitivity, our feminine side, as a strength, while learning how to stand tall among people who have forgotten their sensitive and emotional traits. If we desire more beauty, kindness, and gentleness in our lives, then accepting and integrating our sensitive side is a must. We must recognize that these soft characteristics are far from frivolous. They are the qualities that make life worth living. This card may be reminding you that it is okay to indulge in the lighthearted, the creative, the quiet, the tender. Pursue the arts or spend some time out in nature. Just do whatever you need to get in touch and feel again. Yeah. Interesting. Libra, that is what I have for you. I really hope this helps you gain some clarity on March, okay? And, have a little bit more patience for yourself when you trip on an untied shoelace. Thank you so much for listening and for tuning in. I really hope this helps you gain a little bit more clarity on the month ahead. And if this does resonate with you, please consider liking and subscribing. So that will add your energy to the collective and make sure you're showing up when I do these and the weekly readings. All right, Libra, let me know how your month goes. I wish you a beautiful, wonderful March, and we'll see you next time. You take care.